Hi, my name is Gautami and I'm 35 years old. Uh, we've married for 13 years. So, like till 2014 or so, we not sure if we wanted to have kids. And after that, when we wanted to have kids, we couldn't because we started having a lot of issues physiologically. We saw through a lot of doctors and we did a lot of stimulation cycles, etc. But then they didn't work. And then we decided to go ahead with the IVF cycle. That was the first time a friend of mine referred me to Indumati Garu. And one of the biggest problems which a lot of uh, English doctors, I mean allopaths and all my fertility specialists just ignored was that I was having a lot of heat in my body. Basically, I can't even sleep on one side for 15 minutes because I can feel the heat being absorbed by the bed. So that much heat was there in my body. So the first time I met Indumati Gare, I felt so relieved because she was the first one who actually understood what I was telling. And then I took around 15 or 20 sessions, but I came in very late to her, as in like when I started my IVF cycle and just before my transfer, around before 5 6 days, I actually called her up and I told her that my cycle is scheduled, can you just help me out. So she I wish I had gone much earlier, but then that's fine. So I went ahead, and in the transfer, I went through the entire transfer cycle and even later that. And I'm pretty sure that's what made the difference, because of course the scientific methods, like the stimulation, the transfer, the medications, vitamins, all those do take care. I'm not discarding those, but essentially, there is something additional to that. Like, most importantly, I think whenever we're having infertility and we're facing infertility, there's a lot of stress that we go through. Despite I had no pressure from family or anybody. Still, there's a lot of peer pressure you feel, and still there's a lot of stress you feel in sense that whether the cycle will work or not. What if the cycle doesn't work? So there's a lot of stakes there, right? Like the financial, the mental, and you're putting in a lot of time, energy, money. So and my acupuncture sessions, I was very regular for them, and it definitely helped in removing the heat from my body. And essentially I could feel at calm, I was de-stressed. It really helped me sail through my IVF cycle, and post transfer also I continued it, and I'm really glad that the first cycle of my IVF worked. I got a positive, and I was actually coming later as well because I wanted to continue it ideally till first trimester, but physically my body couldn't cooperate since I was having a lot of morning sickness. Uh, I really like what Indumati Garu does. It's not just the techniques that she applies, or I think the entire place has a vibe which makes you feel positive, which makes you feel hopeful, happy, and it just helps us. Okay, I can't really have a lot of words to tell that, but yeah. So uh, for in addition to a lot of, we see so many doctors when we are facing infertility. So I've been recommending a lot of my friends since then, and a friend of mine who had a failed cycle also started taking acupuncture sessions, and her second cycle was a success. So yeah.